and those are reported. And I believe, in the United States anyway, but I would believe that they're public information, right?
What is, sorry?
The reporting they do on any kind of emissions or solids or discharge. In the United States, those are public. So you can contact the agency and say, what's so-and-so doing? And under Freedom of Information Act, they'd have to tell you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And also, if they had any violations, there would be a notification of that, right?
Yeah, but then what does the government do? What is the government likely to do?
Well, yeah, that's the question. They can shut them down. They can force them to make further or better modifications, or in some of the rare cases, which we've seen historically, but doubt they would, they can just ignore it. But I don't think that'll happen.
That they will ignore it, you mean?
Well, I'm talking about back in the day, like the Bunker Hill smelter in Idaho. They had some problems there, and they decided to ignore it. Well, that didn't work very well, but I think we're past those days.
So they really were asked to shut it down or to upgrade again?
Yep. They have that authority, right?
Sorry?
The agency that oversees that would have that authority. And,
yeah.
Of course, there could be appeals.
Yeah, sure. But
well, I believe
they know, when is that going to take place?
It would depend upon what they negotiate in the permits. Usually they have to reach commercial production, where they're at a steady state, and then say, okay, here's where we're at, right? Personally, I think they'll make.
Our operation started. When are they supposed to start? Right? What's happening right now at Port Pirie?
Well, they've completed the smelter construction. So, I would say, from what I read and understand, they're still in ramp up to reach full capacity, and that's just kind of like, shaking down the new technology and making sure it works.
But they are using whatever residue they are supposed to use already?
Yeah, and lead concentrates, yeah.
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 So they've done the move to using recycled products.
They're doing some of that, yeah. And like I said, some of that is an obligation they have from their...
Yeah. So we should have an idea already of
yes.
the level of pollution, right?
Yes, exactly. Yes. There would be public reports, I'm pretty sure. In the U.S. there is. A Freedom of Information Act, you can request, what is the plant next to me been doing?
But where do you get that?
Somewhere within the South Australian government. Oh, I would assume. I mean, I haven't negotiated regulation in South Australia. I would negotiate in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
You would go to your local DEQ in the United States or EPA or whatever and say, hey, what's this plant been doing?
Yeah.
But if they were goofing up, there would be violations as well. That would be, it's kind of like being arrested, right? It's not secret.
So are you saying it wouldn't be a secret?
No, it wouldn't be. No. I mean, oftentimes these companies have to be self-reporting if they have an incident, right? They're required to.
Yeah, but and there hasn't been such a thing. reported? I mean,